Hello, I'm Chris Holmes. I'm an artist and certified Bob Ross instructor. I'd like to welcome you to our channel, Serenity Color. Today I got a 16 by 20 canvas, and I got it portrait style, and I've cut an oval out, and I covered it with a thin, even coat of liquid white. I kind of got an idea of a mountain scene, maybe with a stream. The colors I'll be using today are titanium white, phthalo green, phthalo blue, midnight black, dark sienna, Van Dyke brown, alizarin crimson, sap green, cad yellow, yellow ochre, Indian yellow, and bright red. And with that, let's pick up the old 2-inch and let's just have some fun. And I'm gonna go right into some Indian yellow. Real pretty yellow. Kind of want to do the sky maybe in a little bit of a brown tone, maybe kind of like maybe it's dusk. Just using a little crisscross stroke and kind of blend that out a little bit. And let's go into a little bit of yellow ochre. Cleaning the brush. And little crisscross strokes. Little X's, little figures of 8. Let's see. Let's go into some dark sienna. Alright, now I'm going to grab a dry 1-inch and I'm just going to kind of blend this all together where you can't tell one color starts and one stops. Beat off the excess and just blend around. Alright, now let's take old fan brush, grab the number 3 there, and let's get some titanium white and just a smidge of yellow ochre. Alright, let's put a few clouds in the sky. Just think of a shape and just kind of roll with it. Don't want many, I just like to throw a few in this one today. Okay, one, right there. Just using the corner of the brush, and the more fluffier I want it, the more pressure I'll apply to it. If you run out of paint on one side, just flip that brush over. Kind of let it go off the contact part. That make it look more natural. And we'll grab that 1-inch and we'll just blend the base of that. Kind of fluff the tops and gently pull across. You know what? I think it needs one more. Just one more. Throw a little crimson in with that. Just kind of a little bit more to the golden side on this one. I mean, the light's really striking it. something about like that. Like our 1 inch. Just blend that out. Get a little fluff. We got us a firecracker in the sky. Alright, and I was telling you I'm thinking about a mountain, so let's take Van Dyke Brown, Illusion Crimson, Van Dyke Black, a little Phthalo Blue. Kind of want to the that brownish side. I don't want a great big mountain today. Just something kind of back in the distance. So let's take that color, get that little roll of paint, and let's just go a little. We blend in the sky with and just pull that paint. A little wiggle. Pull that paint. That was so much fun. I'm gonna put one more but I'm gonna make this one a little bit further back there. So let me grab a clean dry 1 inch and just tap in the illusion of mist. Just kind of follow that a little bit. Grab it. I'm gonna add just a pinch more black to that mix. Let's kind of bring him in here just a little bit. Bring this one right there. There we go. And all we're worried about is that nice line on the outer edge there. Scrape as much paint as you can off in the center. Go back to that brush. Let's just pull that mountain color around. This is where you can kind of really decide where your highlights and shadows are going to be. Just pull that paint. Pull that paint. Alright. Let's take it palette knife, and I'm gonna grab a little dark sienna today and a little titanium white, kind of marble it up like marbled ice cream, what I tell my students. Don't overmix it. Let's go up and put a few highlights on this mountain. Just a few. Somewhere to highlight. Using the small edge of my knife, I'll get these little hard to reach places. There. Just a few. Taking some of that original mountain mix color, I'm gonna kind of mix it with our highlight color and kind of get a shadow color. like I said, just let your imagination be your guide. You know, wherever you think it have a shadow, or a highlight, you can just do a multitude of things. Just like Bob said, you can move mountains. If you've never painted before and would love to take a class, and if you live in the area or ever in Henderson, Tennessee, look us up, serenitycolor.com. We send out monthly emails about class projects, and we'd love to meet and have you here. And if you like what we do, please hit that like and subscribe button. If there's a certain painting you'd like to see, just shoot me a message. I love to do what you like to see. We got prints available now. If you see it on here, it's more than likely for sale on our website. So go check us out. Alright, let's go back to that 1 inch and tap in the illusion of mist. Just following your angles. Pull that paint. We got us a pretty cool little mountain on. So now I'm gonna mix up a color here. I'm just gonna take that mountain mix stuff and kind of just pull it out of the way. Let's take some sap green, lizard crimson, Van Dyke brown, black, a little phthalo blue. Dark color there. I'm gonna grab me a number 6 fan. Let's have us some evergreens. Like I said, I just want to have fun with y'all today. I'm gonna make these tapping downward. You don't want to go like that or like that. You want them to be relatively close. Vary the shapes. But you don't want them to look like old fence posts. Don't make it look like a fence I would put together. Lord knows I am not no carpenter. I know I'm gonna have some more stuff, and I was telling y'all I'm thinking about a stream, so I'll tap in the illusion of mist again. You can do it. Kind of pulling it up a little bit. Before I get too carried away, let's take a little bit, just a little phthalo blue and phthalo green. And let's see, I'm just gonna kind of pull it in right in there, just kind of. I think I'm gonna put in a little string. painted with me before, you know I'm probably gonna break the border. That's just something I love to do in these paintings. So. Alright, let's go back to that. Color and way just a smidge more green to it. Maybe throw in a little phthalo green to it. Excuse me. Alright, let's see here. Let's have some evergreens that are a little bit closer. I want to make the smiley face, the uppity ones. Smiley face. Just a few here and there. Let's see, let's have another one right there. One here. Let's put one there. Let him go off the contact paper. Let's have one going over here. In my mind, we got that coming around a bend there. Let's see, let's put it in there. Come in our mountain there a little bit. And if you pick up some of that undercolor, that's okay. Just more paint. A lot of paint, a lot of pressure. That's the biggest thing I've noticed in class is my students, and they try to do, and I did the exact same thing. You're trying to spare that paint, but it's like I tell them, we got more paint. You gotta have a lot of paint to make this work. Get them really looking full. So don't be scared to use that paint. Let's see, let's put another one right there. Okay. All right. Take a little liquid right real quick on the. Grab the number 5 now. Through the closest one. Saw in a little bit of a water line back here. A little bit of a ripple. Yeah, I remember when I first started, I was trying to spare that paint. It's very, very important. Alright. Grab a clean number 3 fan brush. Grab a little liquid white. I'm gonna pull through some titanium white, a little phthalo blue, phthalo green with it. Kind of thin it up a little bit, and I'm gonna throw in a little rocky stream there. Corner of it, just kind of put a few splashes in it. Kind of let it go around. Rubbing the canvas, a little bit more liquid white. Kind of want to. You can tell as you go across it if it's too thick. It ain't gonna just pull like you want. So there we go. Just let it go around. There's another little drop there. Drop here. Mash up. take some midnight black. Small edge of my knife. I'm gonna go in a few rocks. Paint real thick. Got some painting little falls there. Use a small edge of my knife, just let it play. I won't straighten them edges up. Just kind of don't know where I'm going today. Just wanted to have fun with you. Kind of come into the basic idea. That's the great thing about this technique. I'm gonna take a little white in that midnight black, kind of gray it up, make it look like old stones you see around here. Old. My dad was an uncle were gravel truck drivers, and I used to love going to the gravel pit with them when I was little. Used to climb up on them great tall piles of rock and slide down them. It's fun to go back to a place like that in your memories. Some of the best times of my life. Riding that truck with them. No, I'll cherish them forever. Alright, let's take a little bit of that liquid white on my small edge of my palette knife. I could do it with number 5, but I already have my number 10 in my hand, so I'm just going to use it. Right there. Come up in here, pick up some of that dirty color. Here a little bit where it's coming around. Right there, it's fixing to drop. Just level right there for a second. Pick up that knife again, go back into some liquid white. Got that in white. A little splash or two right in there. We're hitting the rock. Coming down, there we go. Right there, hit it. Edges a little bit. There we go. Alright. And I'll tell you real quick before I get too far ahead, we need to highlight these over here. Sharpen the points up a little bit. Something else is real fun though, you can kind of saw in a couple of extra trunks back there, and people think you spend hours doing it, it only took just a second to do it. Take a little dark cyan and titanium white. Let's put in a indication of a few trunk indications. Sun showing through. Stuff you here and there. Alright. Go back to that dirty fan brush there. We'll run through a little sap green, little cat yellow, little yellow ochre. Smidge of liquid white. And the liquid white is just to thin the paint down. we use a real firm paint in this technique. And our golden rule is a thin paint stick to a thick paint. Just a few highlights. Just a few. That few there we go. And same thing over here. Let's put a few here and there. Go over your trunk a little bit now. That'll help set it down in the painting. Really important. Over here. A few here and there. Things down on the rock there. There we go. Now, we got a lot of stuff going on right here we need to kind of set down in there. So let's take our palette knife and some brown, dark sienna, some of that original mix we had going, sap green, phthalo blue, just a good dark color. Go through that color. And let's go in and mash in a few grassy things over here. I'm gonna put a few more rocks in the painting. Gotta have something over here to kind of bring it all together. I don't want them left out. Tell you what, go back to another 1-inch area. Let's grab a little cad yellow ochre. Let's just go ahead and highlight that one there. There we go. I don't want him left out over there. Maybe he lives up on a rock. Let's take some midnight black. Let's just put another rock out there. A stream. Put us another little rock right in there. Take some midnight black. There we go. Right there. And we'll highlight that rock. I'm making a little mini mountain. Alright. Now, a little liquid white. Go through cad yellow, yellow ochre, little Indian yellow. Sap green. Let's start highlighting these bushes. You have trouble getting your paint to stick now. You need to thin it down. You don't want to just have to go up and mash it. You just want to just touch. And I tell my students, I think of it like a clock. You got 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, work around the clock. Or as my wife Alma says when she teaches, she says think of it like a fan shape. Whatever analogy works for you, use that. As you paint more, you'll learn what works for you and works best. And you can do it. You can. I believe in you. I believed in us. I believe in you. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. I believe in you. Touch a little bright red. Ooh, that's pretty. Just a little bright red on that one. Just playing with colors. Back and forth. Set that little rock down in the painting there. Yeah, let's see. Grab some of that. Just get a lot of dark colors. Some good old dark there. Have one. Get my starting point. I'm gonna start off the contact paper. Like I said, those who painted with me before know I can't help it. Ever since I've seen Bob do this in a painting, I just fell in love with this. Breaking the oval. So I know my point of origin now. Go ahead, we'll pull that contact paper. Alright. And like I said before, you don't have to break the contact paper. It's just a preference. It's something I love to do. You know, I just want to show you what can be done with this. You know, I just want to share what Bob taught us, what I learned in school, what I've how I see nature. I mean, you see nature through your eyes. That's the fun thing about this. You can just do anything. All right, let's go. We'll bring him about right there where I had him started. And now I'm working on a bit of a dry canvas. Like I said, you'll feel the difference. It takes a lot more paint because working on the liquid white over here, so we're working on the wet canvas. A lot of paint, a lot of pressure. A lot of paint, a lot of pressure. With all that dirty color on it. Just kind of gathering up my dark color. Let's just go kind of follow the oval a little bit. Let's go up now. Let's take it. Put in a bit of indication of a trunk. That's all big in right here, so you need a good strong trunk, you can see. There we go. Sharpen him up just a little bit. Go back there. We'll just grab that old fan brush with the 3-inch with the highlight color we used on the other one. Let's just go in and mash up a few highlights. There we go. And just push in a few highlights. Let's take foliage with all our highlight colors. I'm gonna add just this big more red to that. Ooh, look at that orangey color. Let's go over here. We'll bush it in time. Oh, where's our right red one? But I caution you, the red I always kind of save toward the end. If you got multiple brushes going, it's a good thing, because the red will just eat up your world. It's a beautiful color, but it's so strong. It's like phthalo blue and phthalo green. They're very strong, so I tell my students. But make sure that you can add a little. You can't take back, so just a little at a time. And now let's take in. Let some of the undercolor show through. We'll scratch in a few sticks and twigs and the thing is, we need a signature. Today, I'm going to sign in phthalo green. Green, one of my favorite colors. Grab up, pin it down with a little bit of paint thinner. I'm going to sign this one right there. And like I said, I certainly hope you enjoyed this one today. And if you do, please hit that like and subscribe, and just follow us on Facebook, Instagram, our website, Serenity Color. Like I said, this painting will be on the site. We have prints available, class schedules when we're doing stuff. We send out monthly emails, and I just want to thank you again, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.